Hey guys, it's Izzy and welcome back to my channel.
I've been thinking about.
So today I'm going to be doing a video where I basically explain to you some of the memories I had from when I got ill. Before I start this video, I just want to say I'm not actually sure how much of these are like memories that I like remember or me imagining it from what people have told me. But either way, I thought I'd just put them all in, and yeah, so quite a few of them are a bit for me, like I'm not sure if I remember it or I imagined it. So anyway, let's get into the video. So I'm going to try and do them in chronological order as well, just so you don't get confused. If you want to know what happened when I was 7, then I have an entire video on it as well. So if you haven't watched that, probably watch that before this. Otherwise it won't make sense. Anyway, let's get into the first one. So the first one is, I remember sitting on my sofa in my living room and I had some like orange squash, I think it was, and it was in my like school water bottle. And if you don't know, if you put squash in like a reusable water bottle, it always makes it still taste of squash like ages later. And yeah, I was drinking squash out of my water bottle, and I just remember literally thinking like, I'm going to be so annoyed at myself. I'm going to be so annoyed at myself because my water bottle is always going to taste of this juice now. And yeah, this was like after I'd been sent home from school. So I was like ill, but not like dying ill, so hence why my thoughts were like stupid. But yeah, that is a weird thing that went through my head. I had my priorities in line. Okay, so the next one that I really remember is being in the ambulance on the way to the first hospital I went to, and I was like lay on the bed in an ambulance. I don't know if you know what an inside of an ambulance looks like, but yeah, there's obviously like a bed, and I was lay on there, and I remember like looking up at the shutters for like where the window is. But they're not like shutters, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I can literally vision it in my head right now. And I remember looking up at them and like trying to work out where we were, trying to work out how close we were. Yeah, I was literally just looking, trying to like figure out where we were, and yeah, I literally have that vivid memory of obviously on the way to Derby Hospital and looking and, you know, trying to work that out. And yeah. Okay, so the next thing I remember is I remember being in a room, I think it was at A&E, and I was like obviously lay on the bed, and I was getting like treated on by like all of the doctors and nurses and whatever, and it felt like there was so many people around me. It was so overwhelming, and I was like trying to look through them to like find where my mum was. That's like what I want, like, you know, I wanted to know where my mum was. And then my mum was like on the phone or trying to, I think she was trying to call my dad to like obviously tell my dad like what the hospital had said, because he stayed at home with my brothers. So I think she was trying to ring him, and I was like lay there literally so confused, so many people around me, I didn't really understand. They were all panicky because they knew what was happening, but I still wasn't sure, and obviously I was young, so I wouldn't have understood it anyway. So yeah, that is the last really serious thing I remember, because after that they put me into a coma and I don't remember anything in a coma. It's the next one. This is one that I'm like, who knows if I imagine this, who knows what about this, but I have this like vision, so I'm just gonna tell you anyway. So I like remember, or maybe imagined, I can't remember, like lying in a hospital bed, right, looking up. Obviously I'm lying on my back, so I'm like that, and I'm trying to talk to my mum, and I can't, and she's trying to explain to me or something, and I don't understand, and I'm trying to talk and I can't. And it was because I had like a breathing tube in, so a tube like literally in my mouth and like went down my throat to like breathe for me, and they woke me up whilst they still had that in. I don't know in case it was like a problem or anything, I assume. So yeah, but I mean, I don't know what that is, if it's something true, if it's like whatever, but yeah, I have like a vision. So that's that one. Okay, so the next thing I remember, I think it was a dream. I'm not sure if it was a dream whilst I was like asleep or whether it was whilst I was in a coma, but a dream either way. Basically, I was in like water, like in like a canal or like a river or something, and I was trying to get to the edge and like grab onto the edge and get out of the water, and then there was like a boat in the water, and yeah, I don't know, I remember that being quite a vivid like dream when I had that, because a load of people were like, oh, did you see like a tunnel or like crossroads or something, and I was like, no. Like the only super vivid like dream I have or had was that with water, so who knows what that means, because I know if you like see a light at the tunnel, you're like gonna, I don't know what that one is it you're gonna die? Can't remember. And like crossroads, one way you're dead, one way you're alive, I'm assuming, but yeah, weird, really weird dream. I don't really know the significance of it, I just remember having it and being like, oh, you know. It's the next one is a little bit gory, but basically, I don't know if you know, but as meningitis is like an infection, it infects your body. So before they amputated my arms or my legs, they wanted to like wait for the, it to stop spreading basically, and for it to calm down, which meant that I still had my limbs attached to me when they were dead. Gross. So I literally remember like seeing them and then literally being like black, like absolutely lifeless, like it was just dead attached to me, and yeah, because they had to keep them on until I had my operation to like remove them. So yeah. A load of people like that ever say anything like, oh, you had to have an operation to remove them. I'm like, honey, you wouldn't want to get them. I would not have wanted them because it was like disgusting, literally just dead like body parts attached to you. And I'm pretty sure they covered them up like in bandages or something, but I think I did see them, and yeah, and they were like heavy and stuff, because I didn't have like any muscles in them anymore, because obviously everything had just like died. So they were like heavy to move and yeah, lifeless. It's a bit gross. Alright, this next one is grim. I was speaking to my mum about these the other day to see if she could help me like put them into place a bit more. And this one was quite a vivid thing for her. And so yeah, gonna share it on the internet. So after my operation, obviously you're gonna be in pain, and I think they struggled to get my pain medicine right, because basically I was in too much pain for medicine of any type to stop it. They had so many different medicines and stuff that they gave me like at all times. I'm not sure if this is like pain medicine or basically they were giving me so many drugs anyways. My mum was saying there was some sort of drug that the side effect was that your heart stopped, so then they had another drug that would like restart my heart. This is how crazy it was for her, because she had to just kind of give consent to all of this and just be like, okay, it's gonna happen, and just hope that the doctors know what they're doing. So yeah, and it was the same after my shoulder operation. I was just in so much pain, and they'd give, I was on morphine and everything, and it didn't really do anything. So yeah, I don't really remember coming out of that operation. I don't know if it was like the anaesthetic or what was why I don't remember it, or whether I was in so much pain that my mind's physically blocked it from my memory. I don't really know. It was the middle of the night, I think it was about 3 o'clock. This is from what my mum said to like make it just make more sense. But basically, I think I needed the toilet or something, like the night after my main operation. So obviously they needed to move me, because I don't think I had a catheter in. something like, and basically I needed to be moved. So that wasn't gonna happen because I was in so much pain. So this was at the point where my mum and dad were like still staying at the hospital, like they slept at the hospital for quite a few weeks at the start, because I would need them in the middle of the night, such as this circumstance. So I was like, I can't do it. So they went to my mum and dad's room in the hospital and woke them up and kind of said, Izzy needs you, like she needs to move and she can't, she's in too much pain. So my dad came because my mum was like, no, like she couldn't. Obviously it's really upsetting for her, well for both of them, but yeah, no one really wants to see their child in like pain, especially like that, because well, it's not fun. And so it was like literally in the middle of the night and I just needed to move and I just couldn't. And I don't even know in the end if I actually did move or what, but all I remember is just it was so painful. I was literally crying, screaming, like all I wanted to do was move, but then all I wanted to do was just like not feel anything because everything hurt. So yeah, fun memory, really sarcastic there. But yeah, that is like the most significant painful memory I have, because like I say, a load of the other ones I don't have as memories. Who knows where they went? They obviously have vanished as quickly as possible, don't blame them. But yeah, okay, so the last one is kind of sad. Well, this whole story is a bit sad to be honest, but anyway, so I got moved to a ward and I got put in a room by myself, which was a good thing and a bad thing. Obviously it's nice to have privacy in that, but it's kind of boring, you know, if you just sat in a room like by yourself whilst I'd like waited for people to come and see me and waited for my mum and dad to get there in the morning and whatever. So I remember being sat there and in my head I just kind of was like, oh, like this must just all be a dream, right? This is just like a really bad dream that feels really lifelike, really painful, but like this is all just a bad dream. And so there's me sat there literally thinking like, oh, I need to like pinch myself because this isn't real. I couldn't pinch myself because it was real and I didn't have any hands to pinch myself with. And yeah, I think that was kind of a moment of realization that like it had, because sorry, I'm playing with my headphones. That was like a moment of realization when it had like happened, because I think I'd been so ill that I didn't really stop to think about it because I couldn't. Anyway guys, I'm really sorry if this video is like putting you in a really bad like sad mood right now. Like, I'm sorry. I just wanted to kind of say these because I thought some of them are kind of interesting. Some of them are a bit gross, I apologise. But yeah, I do think it's quite interesting, some of the things that your mind remembers like 8 years later after something. And yeah, people say you remember trauma, but some of the most traumatic parts that I don't remember, and some of the weird little like tiny little parts that would seem so minute to someone else, I really remember. Yeah, like I really remember. So I just think it's quite interesting how your brain like depicts what to remember and whatever. Other than that, guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, then like, comment and subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!